Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I really need to tell you this story. So, I was serving as an LEM in church. LEM is a lay Eucharistic minister. They are a member of the body, the people. They're lay people, lay ministers who help in the service during communion. And a lay Eucharistic minister serves the chalice, serves the wine. I'm Episcopalian. So, anyway, we are told in our orientation that there will be spills and not to get so worried about the fact that there are spills. Well, I have been very proud that I have not had any spills until today. Until yesterday. Um, so we had 20 confirmands, 20 young people being confirmed. And so the bishop was there. And some things are going on inside me that are miraculous and marvelous and wonderful. And I went to go back after communion. I stood the entire time. I've been standing for days. I was standing yesterday, day before yesterday outside, standing, walking a lot. And so I normally would have been like pretty knackered. I would have had all kinds of things happen. None of that was happening. I was feeling really good. And so I walked back up and I noticed that I used both feet to take my steps. Now, to those of you who do not have any mobility issues or, chronic illnesses or anything, this means nothing. For somebody who struggles with mobility and all kinds of stuff, being able to take one step after the other is a big dang deal. And I did it. And I was like, wait a minute, what just happened? I just walked up here with both of my feetses. And so I was marveling at it. And lost a little bit of weight, so my alb is longer than it typically is, because if you're not wider, it's gonna go longer. So anyway, I tripped on my alb, the next one up, because I was still fascinated by the fact that I was using both feet. And I was using both feet again, and I was fascinated, and I didn't notice that I was standing on my alb. And I tripped on my alb, and I spilled wine from the chalice onto the floor. Now, depending on your church and denomination and all that, that could be like, burn the alb. It could be all kinds of things. There were like 20 angel-like beings that just like in front of me and were like, "It's okay, don't worry, it's no big deal." And I was like, are you sure? Because it feels like one. And then I look and there's the bishop, because the bishop is there for the confirmation. I'm like, why did I have my first spill in front of the bishop? And I'm like saying this kind of to myself. And the bishop says, well, isn't it good that you spilled in front of somebody who loves you? Now I'm up there crying like Padre Pio in the wine. So beautiful. Then I got to wondering, do I respond to the mistakes of others that way? Do I let them know that it's a mistake, but it happened in front of somebody who loves you? You won't be crucified for it. You won't be nobody's going to give you all these instructions. Now you have to do this, you have to do this, this has to happen. Oh, you can't serve anymore. None of that happened. None of that will happen. None of that was happening. And that kind of love and loving response was so amazing. And then I found out one of the clergy behind me did the same thing. He was like, I was looking at you doing it, and then I did it. And so we were standing there like, what? He said he served at a church once where no one was allowed to touch the chalice, and somebody touched it, and the person poured the wine over themselves because it was now defiled. And he was like, what? And so somebody was like, should we burn him? All of this is like way out there, theological kind of stuff. But if your theology, if your religion, if your beliefs, if your philosophy does not come from a place of love, what good is it? I love you.